Alrighty, team. How are we? I want to dive into a quick tip of the week regarding what you can use out of the box within your own ecosystem to effectively put innovation and automation efficiency in place in your organization as you are today on a daily basis. Let's turn this microphone up a bit. So if you do have Microsoft 365, sorry if you got Google out there, I'm not doing a Google session today. So this is all things Microsoft 365. One of the tools inside Microsoft 365 is OneNote. This is a back of a fair few meetings I had today around my note-taking process, whether I'm in an in-person meeting or on Teams call. I won't go through the Teams call scenarios. I'll go through the OneNote process, but essentially the process around taking notes, transcribing those notes, summarizing the notes, and then providing those notes back to a customer. So I will firstly dive into the OneNote side of things. So if you don't know what OneNote is, OneNote's an application that you can use to essentially brainstorm, put your notes, put all your thoughts on paper. Ask from a consulting point of view, we use it for any time we're working with a client. We document everything we're doing on a daily basis, so we know exactly what's up to where, essentially, inside the organization, inside the project. We just document the whole way through. Today, I'm just going to run you through a quick example of how to use OneNote in your business today. And the reason I'm doing this, it's free. It's accessible. You can use it straight away. It doesn't cost you any money. You don't need to sign up to any subscriptions. Essentially free within your subscription in 365. And actually, even the OneNote Personal that is free, maybe you can do it. I haven't tested it, but maybe you can do this as well inside that aspect. So this is OneNote on the desktop, but you can also do this on the mobile phone. You have this dictate option here. I'm just going to close this down, otherwise it's going to be annoying me throughout the presentation. And so you have this dictate option, which will essentially, as I'm talking, it will start to dictate everything I'm communicating with. And obviously we don't want, for this example, it's a live example, I'm going to stop that process, but you can dictate as you go. So that's a option. What I normally use is the record audio function. The reason I use record audio because it's recording the audio as you're having the meeting. And so what I normally do is on my mobile phone, on the OneNote app, I'll hit audio recording. I'll put the phone in the middle of the table, and I'll just let the recording happen for 45 minutes, for an hour, whatever that looks like in that process, in the meeting that you're having. So I don't take any notes anymore. I don't write notes. I don't take notes down. I don't need to, because we have technology that can do it for us. And so this record button, right now it's recording. I can hit pause and stop. You'll see here the timer is ticking away on the recording. But essentially what's happening, it's literally just recording my voice. Now, there are some prompts that you need to understand throughout this process, because you want to make sure the summary or the outcome you're going to achieve from implementing this process into your business, the outcome is based on the recording. So I do like to start with, this is you can do this before you even go in, because you can hit start and stop. This is a client meeting. We're going to be discussing AI and automation. The outcome at the end of this meeting is to the outcome at the end of this meeting is to confirm the next steps, whether we can work together and what the project looks like. Then you can go into the meeting, you can hit start, have a normal discussion. You don't even need to, you might want to consent with the person and say, yeah, we are recording this conversation for future, but essentially you can just hit start, leave it there, and just forget about it until the meeting's finished. So just imagine that we've now had an hour meeting. I'm going to hit stop. It went for a minute and 43 seconds. I can play this back if I want to, which I'm not going to on this particular scenario, but at least then I've got this ready to go. So if I wanted to, I can hit this transcribe button, and this gives me an option to upload the audio. And so I'm just showing you this way. I normally do this from my mobile phone, but let's put this in downloads. I'll just upload this audio into here. Meeting, upload. And now it's going to upload the transcription. There are probably other tools out there. I just use OneNote. It's included. It's free. It doesn't cost me any money. Once this upload transcription happens, essentially then it's got to populate the transcription here. So then I can copy and paste that into ChatGPT. Now, if you do have your ChatGPT thread ready to go, then I absolutely recommend you use your own thread. What I mean by that is from a thread point of view, you've already predetermined what the outcome's going to be from a thread. So you can just say, create me a summary, and you're good to go. If you haven't got that already, then I highly recommend you do that. So add to page. Now you can see here, I can just go text with speakers, timestamps, with speakers and timestamps, so you can get pretty detailed into what information you want to review. I'm just going to say text. Great. This is exactly what we just spoke about. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to put this into ChatGPT. My Crofty thread, this is what I mean before. If you have your own thread, then I highly recommend it. You just go, please provide me a summary of this meeting. And I would normally write, provide me a summary and next steps. Maybe I could even go, can we create me a proposal off the back of this? There's so many different action items you can do from essentially doing this recording. What's that now done? So the reason I do this, just to give you an idea, this transcription in an hour would be pages and pages long. Like there's a lot of conversations, there's a lot of words. It's usually really, really long. So that's why I always say, give me a summary. I then copy this summary, and then we're good to go. So the meeting discussion focus on leveraging technology to enhance meeting efficiency through audio recording. The speaker described their method. So you can say, see how it's got the speaker. If you wanted to get really detailed in this, is when you are going to the meeting, you can actually say who the speakers are. And then if you're confident with the client, you can say, well, speaker one is this person, and speaker two is someone else. And so then you can get a really good indication of the different people, different names. And so when you do a summary, it will physically tell you that straight away. So then you copy this information, essentially the summary of what you've done, and then you put that into your email and you hit send. So that's the entire meeting process, start to finish, recorded. You don't really have to do anything from a note taking. You don't have to spend an hour afterwards. You don't have to do a summary. Literally, it's all done for you. So it's just an absolute no-brainer, in my opinion, to just roll this out into your organization like immediately. Anyway, that's my opinion only. I would love to hear your thoughts. Cheers, guys.